Hello farmers, welcome back to Wyther Farms. As you can see, the harvest of the barley is already started. Spent the first 20 minutes or so helping out the worker get used to the New Holland T8 behind us and the baler. I told him to give me a little bit of room, but he tends to like riding right behind us. You know, as long as we get the work done, that's all that really matters. I'm hoping to get this harvest done here in the morning hours so I can spend the afternoon bringing all the straw bales up for sale, and then possibly take the 50,000 pounds that I kind of earned today, at least hope I can earn today, and pay off more on the Massey Ferguson loan that we have with the store. That's kind of the plan. Now, I think I've been calling this a wheat field. It's actually a barley field. I thought I planted wheat in it last season. It's been a year, and I kind of forgot what I planted here. But it's definitely barley. I'm going to go ahead and keep, probably at the end of the harvest, and when we go to sell it in the winter time, we'll try to keep about 35,000 liters, which is more than enough to feed the chickens that we have. So not too concerned about that, but we'll definitely sell the rest that we get and bring some money in and pay more up on our loan that we have with the store. If I still have one by then, not too sure. Before I get too full, I am going to go ahead and turn the header off. I'm getting my exercise in. There is our work there in the New Holland T8. Running back and forth to get the Massey Ferguson now. I could have maybe hired another person to go around with the Massey Ferguson and haul the grain back and forth, but I figured, you know what? I could use some exercise, and to pay someone to run the grain trailer back and forth, yeah. I got a decent amount of money now, but not a great amount of money. And I still owe a whole bunch of money. But this morning, I did take care of a couple more things, waiting for our worker to show up. I went ahead and put the soil sampler on the front of the Massey Ferguson, and I did the grass fields across the way. So the only field that needs soil sampling left is the one that we're currently in, so I'll have to wait until after the harvest and after I get the straw bales out of here. Then I got to spread lime down in the bigger grass field and also in this field as well. And then I can return the burrito spreader and soil sampler then, and we pretty much should be all set. This field here will be soybeans next year. And if all goes well, probably should not have to put down any fertilization on this field. Soybeans don't require much, if any at all. So that'll be a good thing. And then the other field that we harvested the canola in not long ago, that field will be a cereal crop field for the chickens. I'm going to guess probably wheat. I'm going to try to alternate between wheat and barley from year to year, and also rotate the fields as well, because we'll get a better yield if I rotate the crops in the fields. This is much easier than the first pass on down through. The first pass on down through, I got about halfway, and of course, there's not much room when you got a combine, a T8 with a baler, and of course you got the Massey Ferguson with a trailer. Trying to get in there to empty on out the combine, it was kind of a tight squeeze. Got a little crop destruction going on, but overall, we got it done. So this crop should be really, really good to sell when early December comes. I think it's going to be early December. Sometime in January is when we're going to sell it. I guess that's when we're going to get the best price. As for the canola, that'll be sold probably around the same time, so I'll have to wait and see exactly when it's going to be sold. But I know it's not anytime soon. Alright, so now that I got an empty combine, I'm going to go on down here and do a couple passes here. Now the worker, he's pretty much following my instructions to the T. I said, follow me exactly, and they've been following me exactly. So any move I do, they're going to go ahead and do as well. But I'm trying to give me some room by the hedgerows, that way I have to unload the combine. I got some room with the Massey Ferguson. It's a tight squeeze. I got getting rid of some of these shrubs as well. I definitely want to get this harvest done. The grass fields are pretty close to being ready for harvest, so I don't want to waste any time. Plus the weather is really, really good. So hopefully hopefully my worker in the T8 does not just venture right on out into the road. So I'm going to turn around here to get the other headland. And now it's going to be enough room hopefully. If I have to unload, I got the room down here now. Plus I can turn around as well. Ah, it's all looking good. It's all good now. I got some space. Anything that my worker misses, I'll go around and pick up afterwards. Definitely going to be a time saver for me having someone fall behind me. It won't take me too long to get this done. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the pipe on out. Yep, definitely going to get my exercise in today, running back and forth from the combine to the Massey Ferguson. I guess this is where a bigger combine would be kind of nice. This combine does rather well, just that the capacity that it holds is not the greatest. But I'm not looking to upgrade it anytime soon, at least not for another year or so. Because I want to get this Massey Ferguson loan paid off, and maybe do a couple more things around the farm before I look into maybe upgrading a combine. Besides, I only got 2 fields, although the fields are a rather decent size. But maybe in the future, once we buy more land, and I'm thinking the land behind the cabin that we currently own, that land could be a possibility. Once I own that, maybe getting a bigger combine. No, I don't need a really, really big combine, just something that just holds more grain into it. That's all I'm really looking for. The header that we have seems to be the right size for the fields that we have, so it's all pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to combine yet. Let's go ahead and get turned around. Let's get this little piece here. And try to avoid the bales that my worker put down. There, now when I get full halfway down, I can pull a little bit over to the right, give me some room to get my trailer in there to unload the combine. And we should be good to go on the rest of the field. Yeah, this field shouldn't take us too long. At least I don't think. Definitely should be done by the noon hour. I hope anyways. Weather's going to be good all day long. And I do need, I want to check the price on the straw, but I'll go ahead and check on the price after I get combining first. But the straw price is what the straw price is. Not much I can do about it. I really don't have a place to store the straw bales, and really I just want to get the cash for it, but hopefully it's a decent price. Just about done with the harvest. I sent the worker on home. I got one more strip to do, but before I can do that strip, I got to remove the bales because they're going to be in my way, because we got a small strip of barley still left to harvest. And where the bales are from the previous row, yeah, the header's going to hit them, so I need to remove them. But yeah, I did send the worker on home. The first third of the field that we did together, the chemistry wasn't quite there. It was a lot of misunderstandings. They couldn't turn where I thought they should, so on and so forth. But after that, we got into really good rhythm. And it didn't take us too long to go ahead and finish the rest of the field. The good news is with the worker though now, I don't have an hour and a half of me needing going around and do some straw baling. So that is pretty much all set, although I got to pick up a few pieces here and there. And of course the last strip I got a barley to, after we get done harvesting, to go and get that swath taken care of. But I need to get this baling loader over and bring some bales up to the store. I did contact the store and told them how many bales I currently have, and they're looking to only maybe grab half of them today and half of them tomorrow, because they're going to need time to sort them out and move all the bales I bring on up. So we're going to bring up some bales today, not all of them, and then I'll bring up the other half tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a rather busy day as well, because I think the grass fields are going to be ready for a mowing and baling and wrapping up there as well. So it's going to be a rather busy day tomorrow. Actually, the past few days have been rather busy, which is really good. Being busy, that means you're kind of making money in a way, so it all works out rather well. So yeah, we got tons and tons of bales here. The wage payment, yeah, it is kind of hefty, but you know what? It saves me an hour and a half of extra work. And it works out rather well, honestly. It wasn't too bad. for the worker to get the baling done. Now I just have to go around and pick it up. So you can see this one last pass I have to make, and it's the bales on the left-hand side. Yeah, the header is just going to be pushing those around, and they'll get caught into the bales and the header. It's not good for the combine at all, and for the bales. And the bales are money. As for how much barley we do have, I haven't really been keeping track, but let's see, 3 full trailers in that trailer there, so it should be well over 100,000 liters into the silo to sell when December comes around. So it's looking really, really good. I just want to get these bales up here. I wonder if I can grab that one right there. It might be kind of rough. See if I can nudge it with the front wheel. Just kind of move it over. There we go. And might as well get myself a full trailer and head up to the store just to see what the bales will actually go for. None there. But these are the bales I definitely need to get. But I really need to do my research on the soybeans and figure out when I need to be planting them and kind of prepare for when the harvest will be next year. And then also double check on when the best time to sell soybeans will be, so I can kind of plan the year. Yeah, I'm thinking since we've done barley now a couple times, I think it's time to possibly put down some wheat for next season in the other field. A few more bales here, and I'll make a trip all the way across town. Yeah, we're bringing our bales. We have a kind of a contract with the animal dealership, the livestock market, to bring the bales up to there, because, well, they got animals and they need bedding and some food and all that kind of stuff. So, alright, there is a full trailer's worth. I don't know how many more I got to go, but yeah, I was doing pretty good on the bales. So, I mean, so far I've made 93 bales. That's why they don't want all of them today. That's quite a few. Alright, time to head on across town, get these bales delivered, and see how much I get per trailer. So, I know, 16 bales per trailer, and I'm going to have over 100 bales. This is going to be a lot of trips up there. But the money that we bring in, definitely worth it. Kind of glad I chose the Massey Ferguson for this job, because, yeah, the top speed on this is a little bit better than the T8. So zipping across town is going to be a little bit quicker. On up, and let's see what we get for 16 bales. The bales are 8,000 liters a piece. And I haven't checked the pricing yet, because I kind of want to, but then again, I don't want to. I'm just going to bring them up here, and I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to see what I get for a trailer. If I'm shocked at the price, maybe at the total when I sell. If I'm shocked at the total, maybe I'll have a look like, why is it so low or why is it so high? It's not like I can make more bales if the price is good. We got what we got. Alright, let's go ahead and get that lifted up. Try to get it right where it needs to be. Square myself up a little bit better. And alright, so almost 5,000 pounds per load. I guess it's not too bad. While that's unfolding here, let me just go ahead and see what the current pricing is of straw. Yeah, the price isn't the greatest. I think last year I sold it when it was like 30 pounds per 1,000. But I got those bales, not much I can do about it. Need to get rid of them because I don't have no place to store it. But let's see, if I do 16 bales, I got 100 bales to sell, so it's going to be about 7 loads. No, not quite 7, 6 loads. Let's see, that'd be 16. Yeah, about 6 loads. So 5,000 per 6. I'm looking at about just shy of 30,000 pounds of bales to sell. But unfortunately, I can't sell them all today. I got to do some tomorrow. The good news is that pushed me over the 50,000 pounds that I can go ahead and pay off a little bit on this tractor that I'm in. So I got 200 grand to pay off on it. It's a start. Back across town to get more bales, but before I do, I want to finish up that harvest and then do the rest of the baling so I can at least bring the T8 back and the baler back, put everything back at the farm, and then I can just go ahead and get some other work done at my leisure. Just getting the trailer loaded so it's ready to go when I need to. And plus it'll give me some space to roam around here. A couple more bales and we'll have another full trailer. So I'll bring up 3 loads today, which means 2 more I can bring on up. And then I'll take the rest up tomorrow, like I said. And we'll park that there for now. Getting my exercise in today, running around from the combine to the Massey Ferguson to always unload the combine. Got a lot of exercise doing that. I'm hoping I can kind of get the rest of this harvest in the combine here. If not, then, well, the trailer's back at the farm, so. Now, usually, I was getting about maybe a little bit more than halfway, 2/3 of the way down on the field before I filled up the combine, and since this is only a half of a header that we're picking up, I should be able to get the rest of this in. I am thinking though, well, I don't know. I got a good chemistry with the worker there the last 2/3 of the field. The first third, I wasn't giving them enough room to turn around. You know, they were trying to get used to the T8 and the baler. I was trying to make sure I gave them room to go around because I didn't want them to run the crop. But after we got it figured out, yeah, it worked out rather well. I would like to maybe give myself a little more room around the edges of the field, so maybe trim back the field a little bit. The field is rather on the big side, which is good. This gives us more yield, but then again, it does make it rather snug around here. I got some of these bushes I'm hitting with a header, which is not the best thing in the world. But I am liking the new entryway that we got to this field going through our other field. Definitely makes it a lot easier. Don't have to deal with the main traffic, as you can see on the right hand side. That traffic can get rather busy during the day, so being able to avoid most of that, just have to shoot across the side street going to our farm. That works out rather well. I do need to trim back those trees though, the trees to our entryway to the farm. There's a few limbs there that are just, yeah, it just blocks your view. So I may go ahead and use the combine for that. In other words, fold up the combine, stand on where the capacity is, and use my chainsaw to get rid of those limbs. That would definitely make my life a little bit easier there, I think. Alright, I am done with the combine, I do believe, for the year. There's a little bit of barley on the other side of the field I kind of, you know, missed, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Let me go ahead and unfold the header here. And lower that down. And make sure we got everything that we need. And now we can bring this back, wash it on up. I guess it might need a repair, but I'll put that aside for maybe a rainy day. But I will go ahead and give it a good wash because it is kind of filthy. Could use a little bit of diesel into it, but since I'm not going to be using it for the rest of the year, at least I don't think so, I might want to wait until another year. We'll have to drive to the store to get it because I don't have a tank or any way to fill up any of my equipment with diesel. So usually with the combine, I would like to go ahead and try to do that at night when there's less traffic. Having to go down Main Street with this thing is can be a little troublesome. do wonder if I can go ahead and get this into the silo. Be a little snug, but oop, it will. Just got to get close to that post. There we go. That way I have to unload it to the trailer, then hook up to the trailer, then get the trailer up here to unload into it. But for the amount of barley that we end up having here, which is a good amount, I think. Yeah, we're over 200,000 liters. Yeah, the pricing doesn't matter too much now. But if we double check on some things while we're letting that unload, barley sells good about, middle of, December, January, middle of winter, basically, third, fourth day there. Soybeans, which we're going to be doing next year, probably by the time we harvest it, the good price will be going by. So that's the middle of summer for that. When should I be planting soybeans? Yeah, so the best price for soybeans is when we're planting it, and then we won't be harvesting it. So we'll have to hold on to that crop for a while, which is okay. We can manage that. We got a nice little silo here to store it on in. Let's go give this a good wash, and then we'll just leave it parked outside for the rest of the day so it dries on up, and I'll take care of it later. Good news is no rain in the forecast today and tomorrow, so the straw bales should be fine. And let's go ahead and park that there. But I probably will repair it. Usually I'd like to repair it at the beginning of harvest season. But since this machine is getting older and older, I probably should give it a good once over before I put it away. And then next year, it should be set to go, but always give it a good once over before you go ahead and use it again. Yeah, so I'm not sure I'm gonna have enough cash to go ahead and pay off some of that Massey Ferguson loan to the store. I got 2 more trips. I'm getting just under 5,000 pounds per trip, so that'll just leave me just shy of 50,000 pounds. So, and I got some lime spreading to do. But by the time I get done tomorrow delivering the rest of the straw bales, I'll have enough cash to go ahead and pay off another 50,000 on that. Okay, so now I have no way to get back over there, so I just got to run on over to the T6, or sorry, the T8, and get the rest of that straw baled on up, and then dump those into the field. And I'll bring the T8 back over with the baler, wash that on up, get that ready for tomorrow, probably for the grass field. I think these grass fields are just about ready. Yeah, some of these limbs here, if I just take down the lower limbs that are overhanging the entryway to the farm, I think that'll give us a good view coming on in. Feels kind of weird now. I mean, I've had the field now for quite a while, but it just feels weird that that's our field now. But nice entryway to the field here. It's not as clustered as it was when we bought it, and of course now we got nice entryway to this field here as well. The other entryways, it's going to be there just because you never know when you might need it. I know one thing, I'm glad I'm in good shape because the other end of the field is a long ways down here. Picking up a few crumbs here and there, but now I just got to get the strip and one little pile that's over by the entryway. I have made another bale, so that makes it 94 bales made today, so maybe get up to 95. Now, I've mentioned in the past about maybe getting into having some sheep around the farm. Although I would like to put down some fruit trees, but if I put down some fruit trees, I'm going to need some kind of manure. So that would lead me towards either having actually pigs or cows. And actually cows would be the leader in my determination there, because cows require straw, hay, and silage, which I can make all those right here and now. As for pigs, yeah, I could feed them any type of crop I want, but in order for them to really thrive, they're going to need some kind of root crop, and I am not anywhere. I'm looking forward to doing some of that. If I were, I'd have to lease a lot of equipment. I'm really not looking forward to doing that. So, possibly some sheep and cows coming to the farm in a year or so. like I said, financially, with the Massey Ferguson, still got that to take care of. But yeah, we should be more than fine. There's a slight chance I get that other 200,000 pounds paid off here this season, because we do have another silage harvest to go. That's usually like 80,000 pounds with the silage. We got the straw to sell, and the current money that I have now is going to help out. And of course, we got a lot of barley to sell in the wintertime. Let's go ahead and empty that on out. Alright, let's go ahead and pick it up, and we'll fold up the baler, which is a complete mess. Let's go ahead and wash off the T8 and the baler. Get it ready for tomorrow. I think the grass will be ready tomorrow. I might be wrong. But it's just about ready to be cut once again. I hope it is tomorrow, because I'll give the grass some time to grow and maybe get another cut in November/December. That all depends on how the winter weather goes. This T8 has served us rather well, buying it used years ago. And they did a few upgrades to it. The wide tires with the weights were a good purchase, I think. A lot of the stuff in here we got used, and it served us rather well. This baler has done wonders. Compared to the class roller that we had a couple years ago, I mean, that got the job done, but it was just time taking, having to wait for the round bales to come off the baler and place it on the ground. But overall, not too bad. I'll go ahead and park this like right over here, let it dry on out. And now some more exercise. I gotta go all the way back to where the Massey Ferguson is on the other side of the field and make another trip up to the animal livestock and get another 5,000 pounds worth of straw bales sold. Feels kind of weird going past Wyther Farms and not being able to hear from them for quite a while. I haven't heard any news on Mr. Wyther's Sherman Douglas, and even for the fact Mr. Who, the other farmer I was doing work for quite a while as well, has kind of disappeared. I know he said he wanted to become a doctor, so maybe he's off, taking some classes on that. I really don't know. He was a weird character anyways, but then again, Mr. Withers seemed kind of odd once in a while. Sherman seemed kind of like he had his feet on the ground. But, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Anywho, I need to get up and get these bales sold. With the rest of the afternoon, I'm probably going to go ahead and take the soil sampler and do some sampling on the field I just harvested. I don't think the bales are going to cause any problem there. The bales I got to leave there for another day. And then I'll grab the bridle spreader and spread some lime on the other grass field, so make sure that's all set to go possibly tomorrow. And I guess I'll have to keep the bridle spreader overnight to put lime down on the field I just harvested tomorrow, because I got to get the bales off the field first. But they can't do that because they don't want all the bales up here today. I can imagine someone bringing up 100 bales in a day. They got time to stack them and pack them somewhere themselves. Wait for that to lift up, because once it lifts up I can see a little bit better. There we go. Alright. And just like that, another 5,000 pounds into my bank account. So I got one more trip to make today, then the rest I'll probably do first thing tomorrow morning. And maybe, if depending on how the money looks and if I need any more lime or anything like that, I'll probably go ahead and pay 50,000 pounds off on this Massey Ferguson. But now I just need to make one more trip back to the farm to back up here, and then I can go ahead and get the soil sampling done, return that so I don't have to pay any more leasing fees on that. But that'll be pretty much the rest of my afternoon, I think.